Hey, this is Leah with Backyard Homestead in Starkville, Mississippi, and we are out harvesting this morning in the garden. And first thing we're going to pick these Roma tomatoes. They're not all turning at once, so we're going to go through and pick the ones that are even starting to turn red. And if you let them get too red, the birds get on them. So we're going to pick the ones that are starting to turn and go ahead and just let them finish turning on a table. But they are doing pretty well, making nicely. So we'll go through here and pick the ones that are starting to turn at all, and come back and show you what we got back in a minute. Okay, we got a decent little harvest of the Roma tomatoes. They're not beautiful like they have been in years past. I'm not real sure what the difference is this year. Maybe because it took so long to get good and hot for them. I don't know, but they're tomatoes. They're just not gorgeous. I'll do a weigh-in a minute and come back and show you what we got. This is the area of the tomato fence where we had the park swappers, and we went ahead and pulled them because they weren't going to do anything, and Alan's over here planting more of the rattlesnake climbing beans on this fence. This is the one park swapper that made it, and we're leaving him. The rest of them just looked really, really bad. I'll tie him up today. I am about to pick these bush green beans. And every week we say we're going to go ahead and pull them, but every week we've been getting about 5 or 6 pounds off of them, so I haven't done it. But today may be the day. The plants are looking really, really bad, but I'll go ahead and pick them and see how much we get, and then we'll decide if we're going to go ahead and pull these and plant some peas. We got a decent little harvest off the bush green beans, but they're definitely going down. So we went ahead and started pulling the green beans in these 2 rows, and now we're going to plant pink eye purple hull peas here. Because we don't till, as soon as we pull the plants, all we do is rake back the mulch. In this case we had pine straw down, and we're ready to plant. So we raked back all this pine straw, and now we're going to just dig a little furrow, just a little trench, and go ahead and plant our seeds. So very, very little transition time from one planting to the next. So next step is we already have the mulch raked back. Now we're going to dig a tiny little furrow and drop the seeds in, and our next crop will be started. Okay, we started harvesting in the garden yesterday, and this is the next day we harvested the rest. I'll show you all that in a minute. But after we harvested the bush green beans and the climbing green beans, we got out here and did a whole lot of work yesterday afternoon in the garden. We removed all the green bean plants, and we have gone straight back in and planted pink eye purple hull peas in these 2 rows. We went ahead and tore down the cucumber plants because they were just past their prime. They weren't really producing much anymore. And we planted some climbing butter beans in this row. In this row we have a double row of pink eye purple hull peas. And we have a row of, we finished this row out where the park swappers were with more rattlesnake climbing beans. This is another row of rattlesnake climbing beans. And in front of it we have some bush butter beans that are just doing horribly. They didn't germinate well. They're not doing well after we finally got them to germinate. So we're going to let these go and just see if we get anything off of them, but hopes aren't high for this row. And over here where we had the bush green beans, we went ahead and pulled those plants, and we have we planted another row of pink eye purple hull peas beside this double row of pink eye purple hull peas. So hoping to get some peas. Got out here this morning and harvested peppers, and they're starting to do pretty well. They're still not really kicking in real hard, but getting a decent little pepper harvest, and I'll show you all this. Okay, so for today's harvest, these are jalapeno peppers, and we got 0.77 pounds of jalapenos. These are bell peppers. We got 0.86 pounds of bells. These are Cubanelles. We got 0.62 pounds. These are Nassau. We got 0.52. Escamillo. We got 1.84. Carmen. We got 3.12. These are the rattlesnake climbing green beans. We got 1.96 pounds. These are our Roma tomatoes, and we got 6.02 pounds. And these are our bush beans, and we got 1.8 pounds. And that was it for this weekend's harvest. Thanks for watching.